Hey, SNA fans, sorry about that. I guess my time limit was up on the first video, but as well as saying on the first one, now it's the second clip of the NXT review video of the Spring Breakin edition, where Jada Parker hit her with the tier. What's they called the tier check, yeah, that's what it's called. And that's where she had her leg right underneath the ropes, but this is where the referee pointed that out there. So like your legs underneath it, and this is where she's like, oh, this is where she put it back, and the referee count the 1, 2, 3 count. And the winner of this match, Jada Parker. I'm going to give a thunderous congratulations to her. And yeah, she been getting a lot of wins ever since she had her debut match against Adriana Rizzo. And seems like that she's going to get a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. And it's only a matter of time that whenever that could be. I'm not sure if it's going to be sooner or I'm not sure if it's going to be later. But I think like whoever dethrones Roxanne Perez, they should have her immediately be the next challenger for the newly crowned NXT Women's Champion. That's the top babyface in the division that could dethrone the Prodigy. But let me know about this in the comment section right down below. And do you think she should win in her first title match, or do you think she should be just wait until like the next time, like, or they're gonna probably wait until the next time she gets a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. But this is where we got a video package for NXT Spring Breakin for next week with JC James sending a message to Thea Hale. She was like, you think you're some kind of success, huh? Like you're just the one-way ticket to the hottest attraction, huh? Like in NXT, like, and then but yeah, like I thought that was you, like alongside of me, and I thought one day you will be, like you realize that right, but then not like, but even for trying to do your best and trying to be a total badass, like that still didn't work because deep down inside there's still that little immature, hyperactive Thea Hale that you always been. And she was like, and then you're gonna realize one day, like, and this is where she was like, but like, even for that, like I thought you would think that JC is always better than Thea, but Thea, like, didn't you just smack yourself in the head with a pavement, like, or maybe I just missed the part where you said thank you, like, for everything that I've done for you, Thea. Like I took you under my wing, like I made you into everything that you always wanted to be. Like you should be kissing the ground I walk on and begging for my wisdom on your hands and knees, Thea. Like, but instead, like all you did was to show that you're an ungrateful little girl. Like so, next week, Thea, at Spring Breakin, at week 2, like I'm gonna end you once and for all, and then you're gonna learn that gratitude is not an option. Like, but a dead weight, but it's a dead weight debt that's gonna be a dead weight that you're gonna owe me, something like that. Yeah. And then this is where we saw more of the live event house shows, like from the UK tour, and this is where the led up into. This is where they mostly showed Natalia onto this this recap with which turned into a promo package with her and Lola Vice. This is where she was like this, like this. Like this little attraction is gonna be her downfall. Like because if she's so confident enough of thinking that she can handle me on overseas, you're just like on your little UK tour schedules, then you must be then you must be crazy. And also like after doing all that, like and rocking into NXT, thinking thinking you're gonna step into my shoes and stepping into my man and step into my house, like I'm not gonna take that. And you better think again about that because because this is my queendom, and then or kingdom, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not gonna let no so-called queen that's gonna take it away from me. And just because she is known as the Queen of Hearts, but again, you may she was like, and Natty, you've been doing this for over 16 years, but when you step into the ring in stepping into the ropeless wing, like in battlegrounds next week, you're gonna be stepping in my world, Natty. And this is where they start showing her in the hyper video with her heads and punches and some kicks right into the punching bag, and then they're even doing that to the women that she steps in the ring with. And then this is where they had the vignette like with Natalia responded onto this message. She was like, "You really think that you're like you really think you're gonna beat me just like that, that Lola? Like, okay, like you have my attention, and now you got the opportunity to show that to me, and if you can really kick my head in." And it is where Lola Vice but while you're out there being a legend, into the and being the and then being the and being basically the what's that like the when you're loyal and you'll do anything, like what's that word, like in a way that's like a jobber, but you're gonna be a long time jobber, like Ruth and matches and putting others over. I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's something like that. Like you could do that and be the so-called legend you are. Like, well, I'm gonna be the future megastar into NXT. To be the future megastar in WWE, and it's gonna start into this brand. This is where we got Natalia and Carmen Petrovic came out there to get ready to go face to face with Lola Vice, like onto and what they have to say to each other. This is where we got the New Catch Republic giving out their prediction on who could possibly going to win this match, and then it was none other than Mr. Whoop That Trick Man, Trick Williams, and they wished him the best of luck as well. And man, there was nine times there was 9 times out of 10 that the wrestler was rooting for Trick here into this onto this broadcast of NXT, and for those that were in attendance, and this won't be, and this was the, and this is the first time that this, and this I say this wasn't the first or last time that somebody was. I mean, it's not, but that wasn't the last guys that wished Trick Williams luck, because later on backstage we got another former NXT alum then wished them luck as well. But we're gonna get to that in just a moment. But here's where we got Natalia and Carmen Petrovic in the ring with Lola Vice. This is where we got Lola Vice was like, just because I shake my ass, like doesn't mean I can't kick your ass. And this is where Booker T was like, oh yeah, and this is where fans are cheering like, yeah, like that's right. And even though she is a heel, like everybody cheered her like if she was if she was turning babyface, or she was one and she's just playing a badass character, which that seemed like here at this point, but at the same time, like Natalia was kind of known as a legend, but at the same time, there was most fans that were cheering for Lola Vice as the top star. I mean, is the well over star in the NXT brand, and some might say that she should be the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. But anyway, that's where we got Lola Vice and was like, I am. And she was like, and next week I will break you, Natty. And then that's where Natalia was like, are you sure? And she was like, when I very first met you, Lola, like I knew you had some kind of had some kind of attitude, ego problem that needed to be put in check. And I will do that next week on this battleground match. And then And again, the difference between you and me, Lola, like, is that I respect where you came from, Lola. I respect where you came from, the fighting in the cage and fighting inside the cage in an octagon before you got into the squared circle. Like while you don't respect me at all when I'm the legend here and I was made in the dungeon. And then this is where fans are like, yeah, like that's right. She makes a good point here. Like we can't argue what she's saying right here. And let's hope she beats the respect out of her, whether she wins or not into this battleground match, which we hope she doesn't lose, but let's hope she beats the respect into her. But anyway, this is where we got Natalia to continue saying like, and this is where she was and despite not having that much of success, like I survived through everything. That's why I'm still here right now. But I was like, and she was like, and I respect the superstars from the past, present, and the future. And then before she can, or no, when she said like I respect the no, she just said like I respect the talent from the past and I respect the talent from the present right now. And if you're the top megastar that's gonna be representing the future of this company, like I'm gonna beat. And then she was like then like the and this is what she said like the only like she was like the only way they're gonna lead this company as a megastar is I'm gonna beat some respect out of you. That's what she said. Yeah, she was like, no, are you okay? Okay, I'll be right back. Man, and the town was like if you're gonna lead this company like in the future, I need to beat some respect and to you before you can even get to that point. Well, let's go. You're okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to get this. I said space cost, ain't Excuse me. All right, SNA fans, Super Ninja Awesome back here. And that's what I was saying, going to this segment with Natalia and Lola Vice. And Natalia saying, like, she's going to beat the respect out of her. She's going to lead this company in the future. That's where we got let's see. Okay. Here's where we got Lola Vice then getting responded back. Or no, before she got into this word, Natalia was like, and then next week on NXT Battleground, like I want you to bring everything you can have to have because like when we get to this Battleground match, I'm gonna make your ass tap out. And then this is where fans are like, was cheering like, yeah, like she tapped everybody out with that move. That's what helped her got a couple of reigns as women's champion before. And that's where we got Lola Vice like, all right, you can try all the maneuvers you want because when the lights go dim, like your fate is gonna be in my hands, Natty. Like, and then the fastest, like the hands in the division. Like, and my training partner, like, will make them even faster. Like, and this is where she was and this is where she call out her training partner, like giving her the signal by saying in Spanish. This is where we got Shayna Baszler coming out there, and yes, you heard what I said. Yeah, it was none other than the Queen of Spades herself, which used to been Natalia's tag partner in the division back 2 years ago, like they fought like when they fought the likes of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan when they were tag partner, and what's their names? Zelina Vega and Carmella, and Naomi and Sasha Banks. Anyway, this is where Shayna Baszler came out there. That's where the Queen of Spades then got in the ring. This is where she was like Lola is really what she says she is. Like, because you see, when it comes to fighting Natty around here, like the most famous woman in NXT, like is the line with the baddest woman of all of WWE. And the fans are cheering like, yeah, like we gotta admit, she's completely right. And then this is where Shayna Baszler like and Natty, like to give you some best advice, like to get out of this gracefully, and if I was you, like I would take that contract and tear it up, and I would be tearing up that contract immediately just to save your life. Like, and then this is where Natalia's like, I don't need to. And then this is where Shayna Baszler like, especially if your friend over here, what they call, like if you think that you're gonna get if you're gonna get some advice from her, like, and if you're supposed to be a legend, like, and I'm not sure if you should even call her your training partner. And this is where what's her Carmen Petrovich did not take this light, and she was very pissed off. She kicked her so hard that you could hear her. If you were saying, you could probably be hearing some bells, bells start ringing or alarms start hitting in your head, like after getting hit with that move. It was so deadly. Like you would thought she would have decapitated her head off, basically. Like with her kick so hard, it looked like she used a samurai sword to kick her to hit it clean right off of her body. Like with that kick, but yeah, I was like, wow, like damn, like did she really just kick it right off, like boom, like, and this is where Lola Vice then kick her right into her face, but this is where Natalia started going for her right hands to her face, and but no, I don't think I think she did go, but this is where she did the same in Natalia, but this is where she started right hands right back at her. And this is where she tossed her right onto everybody, right onto the ringside, like most of them being security guards. And this is where Natalia and Carmen Petrovich were standing up tall. And I was like, this seems like that Lola Vice is definitely going to be winning, because usually whoever standing up tall in the on an episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT before a big show, like whether it's a premium live event or not, they usually lose. Which some just tell me, even if Natalia didn't do that, I still would say Lola Vice is most likely going to win, just to continue some momentum and credibility into her in this role in this gimmick that she has that's very popular on NXT, and that looks like a future championship contender. And if she does lose this, like even to Natalia, this probably could kill any momentum and all that she has gained, when it comes to popularity and to her status as a legitimate threat in the women's division. And I don't think she's gonna go quickly go after for the women's championship per se, but I can see her being the inaugural North American Women's Championship. And do you agree with me that she should most definitely should win against Natalia? Let me know in the comments below. And this will give her some more resumes of being the one that beats one of WWE's legendary women's star in their roster right now. like also on top of that, along with her being more of a recognizable star, like with her facing recognizable names such as Natalia. But I'm not sure like she would be that would make her the most recognizable woman. Like should like for I'll say maybe for those who watch the main roster, but I don't know about NXT. Huh? Marshall. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below. And that's where we go. Oh my bad. I'll be right back. Huh? Jeez. Anyways, SNA fans, sorry about that. But anyway, back to the this is where we got next up we have this is where we got the final testament, then put everybody on notice on NXT and setting their eyes on the tag team championship. And they reminded them that they're former NXT tag team champions. And then they beaten the likes of DIY and Pete Dunne and others, like in their reign as NXT. And those that are no longer in the company, whether if they're in AEW, TNA, or anywhere in the matter. But yeah, they said they're coming after the gold, and then and they're going to start off with when Razor and Akam said Razor and Akam didn't say it like they're coming after an Axiom and Nathan Fraser, like starting off him of winning championship gold, and then they're gonna run the whole entire NXT roster. And I was like, even though they need a huge reset, after taking a huge loss against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley of the Pride. But I don't think they should do it like in a full-time way with NXT. I mean, they could, but they're looking like more likely main roster guys rather than being a full-timer on the developmental. Even though NXT starting to look like the third brand of the main roster, but at the same time, I don't think they should be on there. It's too lower level even for them at the time, at least. Then we got but anyway, this is where we got Axiom and Nathan Frazier to start chuckling and laughing about like like what's like they think we're gonna take these tag titles away from us, like. And he was like, and then like, and then he was like, one day, like someday, whenever they become number one contender for our championship, we will beat the AOP. And then this is where we got this is where Hank Walker and what's his name? Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, I believe his name is, yeah. And then Joaquin Wild and Idris Enofe, Malik Blade agreed. And they're like, yeah, we all hate the AOP. I don't understand why they even came back here. Like, they already did what they needed to do on this roster. Like, why not just keep their asses over on SmackDown? And then we're like, yeah. They were agree. Along with and then even Team Chase U was saying, too, they're like, and it's like they just keep harassing and attacking us, like, and they just won't give us a break. And they're like, yeah, like, and we need to do something about it. And they're like, yeah. And then this is where we got what's Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson coming in the locker room. They're like, and he's like, well, they're like, I don't get what's up with all these teams coming in together, like to take those, coming together to take those tag team titles. Like, I mean, after all, like this is NXT, you guys. And then this is where. And then this is where they're like, isn't that right, boys? And this is where they were looking at Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. This is where he's like, this is where Idris Enofe is like, nobody has been saying this until I started this whole trend. Like, boys, like, let me tell you something. And this is where he actually pushes the mirror. This is where it landed face first, like right onto the concrete floor. Well, I'll say concrete. I'll say concrete under the rug, I guess you could say, which had made it which I'll say the mirror smash because once it just enough like, oh my god, like I can't believe it literally just broke. And then that's where Malik Blair's like, so did I, and this is where he started covering like, oh my god, like hopefully that superstition fairy tale, it does not really exist about bad luck, because this is what the least we need right now. And I was thinking like, yeah, and also like if that's the case, then they'll probably have bad luck until 2031. If that will be the case, of course, but I don't think that will ever happen, at least at this time. And I think they'll be perfectly fine and okay. Like it's all just a superstition legend that's made up from those, made up for just something like just to have fun with, I guess you could say, of what's good luck and what's bad luck. But this is where everybody was guys like you really just happened, like, man, y'all really are cursed. And this is where we got the cards and like, oh boy, like let's go. Like this is kind of embarrassing. And this is where we got. But next up, we got every beach item and accessories. Right, like if you're going to the beach, like whether if it's Orlando or any other place that has a area of sand. Which this was of course, it was the beach ball, and it was the next match, which was Sol Ruka against Blair Davenport. And man, these women like showed why they needed to be in this match and why they need to fight so badly to get up on top in the women's division. But yeah, the third match of the night, definitely the third match, something rare to see about women's matches or being near on the top three of the best matches of the night, even though it wasn't number one and number two, the top two exactly, which that's Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley in that triple threat match, and Trick Williams versus Ilya Dragunov, the top two. But yeah, still that's an amazing numbers, and it shows that the women's division's on fire. Like even though that the original women on the black and gold era is no longer there, but it still shows that's the number one thing that NXT has the best of over any of their divisions on the brand is their women's division. But yeah, we're gonna start off with. So Ruka then say like, all right, like if you want to get me, like you can come out here, like, and this is where she had a surfboard ready. This is where she whacked Blair Davenport right in the midsection when she ran right towards her, trying to attack her with her own surfboard that's like half cut it. And then she started beating the hell out of her everywhere in the ringside area. This is where Blair Davenport made a comeback and start getting the better of her, and then this is where she grabbed the chair right under the ring, hit her back first right with that steel chair that she grabbed under the ring. This is where she started slamming it like about or no, she just did it once. This is where she placed Sol Ruka right onto the chair. This is where we got her hitting some back fists, forearms right into with her still sitting on it. This is where she started slaps and punches and other maneuvers. This is where we got Sol Ruka then roll out of the ring when she got out of the chair. This is where Blair Davenport follow her out there. This is where she tried a right hand, but she gets dodged and get hit instead by Sol Ruka. This is where the Sol Ruka to try to kick her in the gut, but this is where she got caught on her leg. This is where she got into a body slam position. This is where she slammed her right into this what's this setup surfboard right onto this little side table, and she went right through it, which the surfboard went right in half, like boom, right through it. Then the back first. This is where she started continuing to do more pain onto her. This is where once they got back in the ring, this is where we got Sol Ruka intercept to hit a big super kick right onto Blair Davenport. This is where then she but this is where Sol Ruka then got her right 9999999999999 double triple nine minus 0.1 away from being 3. This is where then we got Sol Ruka then go right up on right on the top rope, trying to go for a moonsault, but this is where she gets intercepted by Blair Davenport into a ginormous German suplex right off the top in the avalanche maneuver of the avalanche. But this is where she tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got Soruka with the right arm, right shoulder going up. This is where she rolled out of the ring. This is where Blair Davenport's like, you know what, I'm going to follow her out there. This is where we got Blair Davenport then grabbing onto that surfboard that Blair Davenport was brought into the ring. This is where she placed it right to the upper left side, right into the symbol of the steel steps, wedged in. This is where she grab on to use her against her as a weapon. But this is where like when she tried to Irish whip her, and then soon after, this is where we got Soruka counters and threw her instead, and she went face first right into that board. And this is where we got this is where the Soruka then brought her right onto the upper left side, and right near the picnic table. This is where she went right onto the top of the barricade. But this is where we got Blair Davenport pushes her right off, and she landed face first right onto the glass part of the inner part of the barricade. This is where fans are like, oh my God, holy sugar on the iced tea. And then she was like, hopefully she didn't break any bones on her face, including her nose, because she landed right into her face first right onto there. But it seemed like she was looking all right after taking the spot. And I'll say that should be some kind of good news. And hopefully she's not. Hopefully she doesn't. And hopefully she doesn't be injured, and she's going to be on the injury list. But anyway, this we got. This is where we got Blair Davenport knocking everything off the table, the picnic table. This is where they got up this is where she got up right onto the barricade on Barry's tombstone. This is where we got Blair Davenport to try to go for a suplex right off the top of the turnbuckle. But this is where not Blair. This is where then what's her name? Soruka then start fighting back right onto Blair Davenport, start hitting her with the right hand right into the midsection, hitting some jabs onto her midsection, then go for a right forearm right to the face of the former mystery attacker, like of the NXT parking lot. This is where then we got Soruka then picks up Blair Davenport right on her back and slam her back first right into the picnic table that Blair Davenport just cleared off. And this is where Vic Joseph pointed that out, and this is where Booker T was like, "Oh my God!" And then this is where fans were saying "Holy sugar honey iced tea" again, like "Holy sugar honey iced tea." And then they would keep repeatedly censoring it out for them saying it like. Here's where we got Soruka and getting back up. This is where she's like, oh my God, like this is very painful. Like I hope I don't have to do this again for the rest of the night. This is where she didn't have to, because as soon as she got Blair Davenport back in the ring and she got herself back up, like slowly but surely. This is where we got Soruka and then go for this amazing springboard. Springboard somersault, like forward, like bounce off, roll forward, hits a cutter right onto the Blair Davenport, got the 1, 2, 3, and it seemed like she finally finished her feud with I don't know what her nickname is, but anyways, yeah, with Davenport, like for now, like it looks like that things been put to rest, and your winner of this match is Soruka. And I want to give a big congratulations for her of finally putting things to rest between her and Davenport. Hopefully this will be the last